right, guys. So I promised you last week that I was going to talk a bit about, for those of you who are feeling the anger, who are feeling the upsetness, the disturbance, and it's in your energy, and you're like, LaShonda, I can't feel calm right now. I got to do something with this energy. Because sometimes for me, and there's many different techniques out there, but sometimes for me, when I'm feeling intense anger or frustration, I've got to do something. I've got to deal with that before I can find my peace, because it's so big. It's so massive. It feels like it's consuming me. So one of the things, depending on where you are, depending on what's going on in your life, sometimes we need a timeout, right? And a timeout could look like many different things. So if I'm feeling really angry and frustrated and I'm focused in on this thing that's making me angry and I'm getting all this information, I need to time out from it. And so sometimes time out is a nap, is sleep. If you can find time to go to sleep or take a nap, that's great. Sometimes it's a movie that has nothing to do with any kind of reality, something that makes you laugh, something that's about love, something that's about kindness, that gives you hope or joy. Sometimes it's like we can't create it in our mind. We can't find the calmness or the quiet in our mind. And we're so attuned to TV and movies and things like that. Sometimes you just need to tune into that. Go and step into a different world for a couple of hours. The other piece is to really deal with the anger. If you're feeling some kind of way and you want to know maybe why, and you want to tap into that, like, why am I feeling this way? Why can't I get rid of this? Then you need to go within inside yourself. You need to look at, why is this so palpable? Why is it so strong for you? What other buttons is it pushing? Because sometimes our anger is coming from a fear. Oh my God, a fear somebody's going to do this thing to me that I don't want. And if that's the case, you need to be really clear about your fear and where it's coming from. And is it based, most fear is not based in truth. It's false evidence appearing real. So you've got to look at that and use some techniques to get it out of your body. You guys have heard me talk about EFT, emotional freedom technique, where we're tapping, where we're really tapping. And during that time, I've used that for anger sometimes, and I use it just to yell and scream and voice and say whatever the things I have to say in anger and frustration. And I tap it out because I need it out of my body. The other things I've done is dancing, movement, some kind of movement, whether it's dancing, whether it's walking, running, but some kind of, even boxing. Even if you're not professionals at any of these things, even if you kind of normally don't do it, sometimes we need to get that angry, that frustration out of our system. Like, we can't keep it still. We got to kind of shake it out, right? So you might need to do some moving activity to get rid of that. So those are some examples of how to get rid of anger. If you're a calmer person, or if you're a person who doesn't like to do the movement, maybe writing would work for you. Maybe sitting still, you're okay when you're angry and sitting still and writing, and that works for you. Try that. For me, it depends on the level of anger I'm feeling. Sometimes I'm so angry and frustrated, I gotta move. So running works really well for me. Dancing works well for me. I just got to get it. Like, I want this anger gone. I want it out of my system. And that's the key. You got to be honest with yourself. Do you really want the anger gone, or do you like staying in the anger? Is it serving some purpose for you? And most time people are like, I don't want to be angry. If you keep doing something that makes you angry, then you're getting something out of it. Be honest. Be real with yourself. It's no judgment here. It's just the way we are as humans. So you've got to be honest. If you're feeding the anger, you got to stop feeding it. You got to shut that down. Stop feeding the anger. Starve the anger and get rid of it. Stop doing the things that are making you angry. Stop watching the things that are making you angry. Stop talking to the people that are making you angry. It's summertime. It's fun time. It's our time to really enjoy life and the world. And I don't care what the outside world looks like. You can find something, if you really search hard, to enjoy, to appreciate, to be grateful for. We really can if we look. If we really seek that, as much as we seek all that stuff that makes you angry and frustrated and wrong, we can also go the other way and look for the right, to look for the good, to look for the grateful. We can absolutely do that. So that's my 2 cents on that and dealing with anger today. Hope you guys are enjoying your June and your summer for sure. Hope you fathers out there had a wonderful Father's Day and felt appreciated and loved, because we do. We absolutely do love you and need you and appreciate you. Guys, I will see you back next week. We are going to talk about heroes. A different kind of hero than you may be imagining. But we're going to spend some weeks on that, because I think you guys during this time absolutely need that. And sometimes we need to refocus. So make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you're staying safe, and your family is. And I will see you guys back here next week. Bye for now.